Oh, konten na pakai dah. Aisyah. Sebab apa keseluruhan dia?
So in last lecture we have started about the immersion test, and also I have told you why we are testing this test, why we are going for this test. So actually this method we are here trying to measure the exhaustion capacity of a tunnel. Now the sample size for this test is around 80 into 80, and the sample we can take any number of sample, but as a standard process we can go for 10 samples. If you want more accurate data, you can also go for more number of samples, like 20 samples. Then after this, first we will cut it accordingly. Then so, so we will condition the sample after cutting, and we will weight the samples. Now again, one thing that we can do is, here we can cut the samples. 4 samples can be cut at 45 degree to the y direction. That also we can do. Sample also we can cut also 80 by 80 sample, but at 45 degrees to the y direction. तो जिसको हम बोलेंगे डायगोनली आप 80 by 80 का सैंपल काट सकते हो फैब्रिक में. So actually y direction का 45 means diagonally ही होगा. So first step, we can condition these samples, then we can weigh it. After this samples, they will be immersed in a distilled water with a temperature of around 20 degree plus minus 20 plus minus 1 degree. So 21 या 19 के आसपास टेम्परेचर उसका रहता है. To the depth of 10 centimeter, means we will immerse them at this temperature to the depth of 10 centimeter. जो एकड़ में पानी रहेगा समझो सरफेस से आप 10 सेंटीमीटर से नीचे तक के लेके जा सकते हैं. Okay, then this sample which is you have dipped and which you have kept 10 centimeter below the water or liquid surface, we can hold this sample at this level for roughly 20 minutes. So ऐसा समझिए 20 मिनट तक उसको आपने पानी में डुबो के रखा, और यहाँ हम 10 सेंटीमीटर डेप्थ की बात कर रहे हैं. ठीक है, up to 20 minutes this will. And then after this, the specimen will be taken from the water after 20 minutes. Then the water will be removed from this sample by shaking them 10 times by mechanical shaker. So this is a standard process. आप इसको shaking कीजिए, झटका जैसे बोलते हैं. We just shake it with the help of mechanical shaker. 10 times उन्होंने बोला है, recommended ऐसा बोला गया है. Then they are transferred to airtight container, and then again we will weight the container as well as the sample. So यहाँ पे हमें कंटेनर का वेट पहले से पता रहेगा, तो that will be minus n. Now we have a weight of sample with water. Okay, excess water is removed by shaking, that already we have said. So here now this absorption can be find out by using this formula. If it is visible to you, can anyone reply? I am audible. I think I have lost the signal. Yes, anyone? I am audible or not?
Audible, sir.
Okay. PPT is also visible. Clearly PPT दिख रहा है?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So according to the PPT, the formula for absorption is what? It is a mass of water absorbed divided by original mass. Okay. Mass of water absorbed divided by original mass. So original mass means without water, and mass of water means without water mass of fabric, and then mass of fabric with water को हम अगर माइनस करते हैं तो mass of water absorbed को मिल जाएगा. So in this way the mean percentage of absorption will be calculated. अभी normally 4 samples अगर हम 45 डिग्री में वाट के कट कर रहे हैं 80/80 का सैंपल 80/80 mm और 8 सेंटीमीटर बाय 8 सेंटीमीटर भी हम बोलेंगे, तो 4 सैंपल भी हम कर सकते हैं, 10 सैंपल्स भी हम कर सकते हैं. आपको एक्यूरेसी ज़्यादा चाहिए, यू कैन गो फॉर अप टू 20 samples. Okay. So in this way we can find out the static immersion absorption value of a fabric by using the static immersion test. Now the second is the wettability test, or also we call it as a rate method. This is a rate method. Now in this case the wettability of a textile fabric, normally it is defined as the time in second for a drop of water or 50% sugar solution to sink into the fabric. मतलब पानी के ड्रॉप को फैब्रिक में सिंक होने के लिए, फैब्रिक के अंदर एब्जॉर्ब होने के लिए हम यहाँ बोल सकते हैं, जो टाइम लगता है उसको हम यहाँ पे वेटेबिलिटी बोल सकते हैं, वेटेबिलिटी ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर फैब्रिक. Now normally this test we do for the hydrophilic type of fibers. Now there are two types, one is hydrophilic and one is hydrophobic. तो ये किसके लिए करेंगे? हाइड्रोफिलिक के लिए हम इसको करने वाले हैं. Majority of time it is found that this test is suitable or is done for the hydrophilic fibers. So already now we are saying it is a time in second for a drop of water to sink into a fabric, or time in second for a 50% sugar solution to sink into the fabric. Means drop of water with 50% sugar solution to sink the fabric. Now if suppose that some fabric they will what we say absorb, ये ना absorb ही करना है, no doubt, but हम यहाँ पे sink बोल रहे हैं क्योंकि एक ड्रॉप डाला हो कितने देर में वहाँ डूब जाता है, डूब जाता है मतलब फैब्रिक में डूब जाता है. कैसे डूब रहा है? बिकॉज फैब्रिक इज एब्सॉर्बिंग. So here we are now measuring the time, and if suppose some fabric may take more time for this process. Which process? This absorption of the drop or sinking of that drop into the fabric. If they take time more than or equal to or more than 200 seconds, then we consider that fabric as unwettable. मतलब आप उसको गीला नहीं कर सकते. Why? क्योंकि वो एब्जॉर्ब ही नहीं कर रहा है. ड्रॉप आपने डाला और वो ड्रॉप उसने एब्जॉर्ब नहीं किया लंबे समय के लिए. लंबा समय मतलब यहाँ पे 200 सेकेंड की हम बात कर रहे हैं. Normally, how we can go for this test? So let's see the diagram भी हम यहाँ पे line diagram जिसको हम बोलेंगे is shown here. Now see what happened here. The test specimen is clamped onto a frame. Now normally embroidery के लिए round frame रहती है. पता नहीं पहले embroidery घर में बैठ के ladies ये करते रहती थी. आजकल पता नहीं आपने देखा है कि नहीं, but it is a one round frame. On that frame we clamp the fabric, and then with the help of a needle and colorful thread we stitch different design on that fabric, which is pulled tightly by the this embroidery frame. So that type of frame is used here, which is having a diameter of 150 millimeter और 15 सेंटीमीटर का उसका diameter होगा. So that we can now clamp the specimen onto this embroidery frame. So that particular fabric which is on this frame, it will be tight. Okay. Then we will use a burette. Now see in the diagram, the burette is shown. This burette, which is having a standard tip size, which is clamped 6 mm above the horizontal surface of your fabric. Fabric से 6 mm ऊपर में burette को आपने लगा दिया, which is having standard tip size. Then we will illuminate the fabric. Means we will use some illumination source or light source जिसको हम बोलेंगे at 45 degree, and we are viewing from opposite side. मतलब we will see or view this fabric from opposite side at 45 degree only. Means from opposite side हमको देखना, जैसे see in this diagram we are shown from this side there is a light. So from this side light will be incident, and here we are viewing the that particular surface. Now why we are doing this? Suppose if the drop is here, if the drop is fall on this surface, then you will find that the water drop will, which is on the surface, will reflect the light to the viewer. अगर वहाँ पानी का ड्रॉप आएगा तो लाइट रिफ्लेक्ट होगा. नॉर्मली जैसे फैब्रिक है तो रिफ्लेक्ट फैब्रिक नहीं करेगा, लेकिन अगर आप पानी का वहाँ पे वाटर आए, ड्रॉप आए, तो फिर वो रिफ्लेक्ट करना चालू कर देगा. So at the start of a test, a drop of liquid now you will allow to be drop on this surface of the fabric. So we will start the test so that it will now fall. The drop of the liquid will be fall on the surface of the fabric from that burette which you are using, and the timer will be started. Now, as we are viewing from other side, so normally when there is no water, then the reflection is very much diffuse type. Reflection उतना नहीं दिखेगा, आता नहीं दूसरे साइड में. कपड़े के ऊपर अगर हमने लाइट को इंसिडेंट किया तो रिफ्लेक्ट होता नहीं है, और होता भी तो डिफ्यूज होता है, मतलब बहुत, जिसको हम बोलेंगे शार्प नहीं होता, अलग अलग जगह पे फैल जाता है, डिफ्यूजन ज्यादा होता है, स्कैटर्ड, जिसको बोलेंगे स्कैटर्ड होता है रिफ्लेक्शन, ठीक है ना, अगर फैब्रिक के ऊपर से लाइट जो रिफ्लेक्ट हो रहा है तो। ओके, सो when we use when we put a drop here, then you will find that there will be some reflection. Okay, so that now we are monitoring. Here now that we are monitoring the reflection, we are monitoring, and when the reflection vanishes, now see, when there is no water, then there is negligible reflection या no reflection हम बोल सकते हैं. But when you drop a liquid or a water there, then there is somewhat reflection. That reflection is due to what? Due to the water which is now on the surface. Okay. So जैसे ही ड्यूरेट को ऑन किया, मतलब पानी का ड्रॉप गिरा, वो टाइम मैंने चालू कर दिया, ठीक है, जैसे ही वहां पे ड्रॉप ऑफ लिक्विड मेरा गिरा, मैंने इधर घड़ी स्टॉप पर चालू कर दिया. As soon as the water will come on the surface, that means it is now reflecting the light. Okay, so you are viewing from other side, and as soon as this reflection vanishes, now means this, what we say, no longer visible. If the liquid is no longer on the surface, that means what? The reflection will also vanishes. Okay, so this is your stop time now. जैसे ही मेरा रिफ्लेक्शन बंद हो जाता है, that will be my stop time. Now why the reflection vanishes, or why it is not reflecting the light? Because the drop is now absorbed by the fabric. जैसे वो फैब्रिक के अंदर ड्रॉप चला गया, आपको कुछ नहीं दिखने वाला. Now you are recording the time here, and if suppose when we record this time, we will come to know that what is the rate of your this fabric to absorb the water. और वेटाबिलिटी को हमने क्या बोला है? Define as the rate in second for a drop of water. For a drop of water, टाइम हम सेकंड में ले रहे हैं, इसी को वेटाबिलिटी बोलते हैं. तो वेटाबिलिटी ऑफ फैब्रिक कितना आएगा? जितना टाइम आपका सेकंड में आएगा. Now sometimes what happen, the time recorded may be less than 2 seconds. कई बार ऐसा होता है कि मतलब 2 सेकंड से भी कम अगर टाइम रिकॉर्ड हो रहा है, वेटाबिलिटी मिल रहा है, तो then what we have to do, we have to now change the bill rate, and we have to use a 50% sugar solution here. यहाँ पे अब आपको बिल रेट चेंज करके ऐसा बिल रेट यूज कीजिए जिसमें 50% शुगर सॉल्यूशन दिया हुआ है. okay? अगर तब if the time recorded for normal और distilled water अगर है आपका नॉर्मल वाटर जिसको हम बोलेंगे is less than 2 seconds. okay? Normally we go for 5 locations on that fabric. तो एक स्पेसिमेन के ऊपर आप 5 लोकेशन के ऊपर टेस्ट कीजिए. प्लस ओवरऑल वी आर यूजिंग 3 सैंपल्स, 3 डिफरेंट सैंपल्स. So 5 locations means 5 tests you are doing on 3 samples. On each sample 5 tests, मतलब 15 tests. So overall we are measuring this at 15 points. So that is you are doing 15 tests. You can see here. We are repeating the test for 15 times, and then we can find out the average time, that is the wettability of the fabric. So that we can do. Okay. Then third is a sinking time test. Now this is also simple. Already I think you may have gone through this. This is again simple test. For now this this sinking test is normally we use for highly absorbent materials. जो मटेरियल बहुत ज्यादा एब्जॉर्बेंट है उनके लिए हम sinking टेस्ट करते हैं. The sample size for this type of test is 25 mm by 25 mm. So your sample size here is 25 mm by 25 mm. Or in some cases, if you want to find out the sinking time for yarn, then 50 mm length of yarn can be taken from the fabric. It can also be, we can do 50 mm length of fabric, but you have to take it from the fabric. Fabric से आपको उसको निकालना पड़ेगा. Then we can come to know the sinking time. Now, how we will find the what we say sinking time? Now, this sample or this yarn length, it will be now dropped, or we can say it is kept on surface of the distilled water. उसके surface के ऊपर आपको इसको रख देना है. And then you have to measure the length of time, or you have to measure the time it takes to sink. मतलब पूरा डूबने के लिए कितना टाइम मिलेगा. देखिए, इन इमर्शन आपने क्या देखा था? सिंकिंग टाइम फॉर ए ड्रॉप. ओके, सिंकिंग टाइम में आप क्या देख रहे हो? सिंकिंग टाइम फॉर ए फैब्रिक और सैंपल. सरफेस के ऊपर आपने डाल दिया ऑन द सरफेस ऑफ ए डिस्टिल वाटर, या तो 25 mm piece of fabric or 50 mm length of a yarn which is taken from the fabric. ये लिया, put it on the surface of the distilled water, and the length of time it takes to sink will be now measured. And suppose if the time if the sample is not sinking for a particular period, for example, if suppose within 1 minute, मतलब 1 मिनट तक आप देख रहे हो कि वो सिंक नहीं हुआ, आपने you have put it on the surface of the distilled water, still it is not sinking. If the time is 1 minute, around 1 minute or more, actually 1 minute तक ही हम राह देखेंगे, 1 minute से ज्यादा राह नहीं देखते. Up to 1 minute, if it is not sinking, then we will consider this fabric that it is not not sink in the fabric, and we will consider as it is a fluted type of fabric. मतलब वो वाटर एब्जॉर्ब नहीं कर रहा है, उसको यहाँ पे बोलते थे फ्लोटेड. फ्लोटेड मटेरियल, फ्लोटेड फैब्रिक भी हम उसको यहाँ पे बोल सकते हैं. So this three test we are using to find out the absorption of liquid by the fabric. So तीन टेस्ट है, that is immersion test, इसको हम यहाँ static immersion test बोल रहे हैं, सिंपल है. ठीक है, then wettability test बोल रहे हैं. static immersion में क्या था, क्या किया आपने इसमें? आपने उसको इमर्स करके रखा पानी के अंदर 20 सेंटीमीटर बिलो द सरफेस, सॉरी 10 सेंटीमीटर बिलो द सरफेस, अप टू हाउ मच, अप टू 20 मिनट्स. ठीक है, यहाँ 10 सेंटीमीटर अप टू 20 मिनट्स. आफ्टर दैट वी विल रिमूव इट, वी विल शेक इट, वी ट्राई टू रिमूव एक्सेस वाटर with the help of mechanical shaker. Then weight will be checked, calculated, and then this formula will be applied: mass of water divided by original mass. Then wettability, very simple. A drop of water is put on the fabric. Then you see how much time it takes to sink in the fabric. It will be checked by using light source. From one side, light will be incident. Other side, we are using the light. Okay. Then third is sinking time. Simply we will put the fabric or sample on the surface of the distilled water, and then we measure the time to sink. So this simple test we can do easily. and we will come to know the absorption related properties. Now similarly अब absorption हो गया, अब उसके बाद में अब क्या है, absorption तो हमने देख लिया, ठीक है ना। अब कुछ वाटर लविंग होता है तो कुछ वाटर हीटिंग भी होता है, इसको रिपेलिंग बोलते हैं. So we will now study about water repelling. क्योंकि सारे फैब्रिक वाटर एब्जॉर्ब नहीं करते या नहीं करेंगे, हमको कुछ ऐसे फैब्रिक भी चाहिए, we require such type of fabric which will heat water or which will not absorb the water or which will repel the water. So now a term comes, that is water repellency. So when we use fabric outdoors, we require a material which will protect us from, for example, rain is there, है ना? So कुछ raincoats है, कुछ outer wears है, even some industrial fabrics भी है, like tent, like tarpaulin. ये सब फैब्रिक ही है, बट ये कैसे होनी चाहिए, वाटर रिपेलेंस होनी चाहिए. So broadly, when we speak about water repellency, then broadly two main categories of this water repellency can be defined. That is the categories that is based on mainly what based mainly on the treatment that has been used on the fabric. ये जो water repellency है, two main categories of this water resistance, or we can say resistance to water penetration, are being defined. ठीक है ना, दो कैटेगरीज है, वाटर रेजिस्टेंस, रेजिस्टेंस टू वाटर पेनिट्रेशन हम यहाँ पे रिकॉग्नाइज करते हैं. फर्स्ट दे आर, and see normally again they are based mainly on the treatment that has been used on the fabric. Like if you are applying certain solution on that, okay, so based on that these two categories has been given. So first category here they give us is waterproof and another is a showerproof. So ये two categories हमको यहाँ पे देखने को मिलती है. Now when we say waterproof, now which fabric you call as a waterproof fabric? Now put suppose on the fabric, if you have applied coat or if you have coated the fabric or impregnated to form a continuous barrier to the passage of water. मतलब ऐसा कुछ कवर किया आपने उसको कि यहाँ पे पानी अंदर नहीं जाएगा, by using some coat or by applying certain solution, कुछ उसके ऊपर छिड़क के बोलिए, कुछ उसके ऊपर पेस्ट करके बोलिए, कोट करके बोलिए. So एक कंटिन्यूअस बैरियर यहाँ पे, मतलब पानी उसके नीचे जा ही नहीं सकता, उसको पार कर ही नहीं सकता. दैट इज बैरियर ऐसा बना दिया जो वाटर पैसेज को काट दे. लाइक रबर, इफ यू अप्लाई रबर, रबर will not absorb water. Then polyurethane material is there, PVC material is there. PVC पाइप आपने सुना होगा, PVC पाइप मींस व्हाट, पानी को बिल्कुल भी नहीं करता, खींचता नहीं, पकड़ता नहीं, ऑब्जॉर्ब नहीं करता. इसीलिए तो पाइपों में यूज होता है, क्योंकि पानी उसमें से आराम से फ्लो सकता है, बाहर जाता नहीं, गीला होता नहीं, कुछ नहीं. और इवन द वैक्स कोट्स, वैक्स कोटिंग जो है, इफ यू अप्लाई ऑन द फैब्रिक, दे विल आल्सो transfer our fabric as a waterproof fabric, because wax is also act as a barrier for passage of water. Now on the fabric we can apply this, even rubber can be applied, polyurethane can be applied, sometimes PVC can also be applied on fabric also, wax can also be applied on a Right. Now, when you apply this on a fabric, actually what happened? In the fabric, the gap between the yarns, they are now filled by this coating, and which will not give rise to, again, it will protect you from water. It will act as a barrier, but also it will give you some drawbacks. There are some drawbacks also. फर्स्ट थिंग देखिए हमने वाटर वेपर परमेबिलिटी के बारे में भी पढ़ा था. अब क्या होगा? वाटर वेपर परमेबिलिटी विल बी जीरो because there is no water vapor will be passed through it now. So what happen here? You will feel uncomfortable. जैसे रेनकोट इज द बेस्ट एग्जांपल. रेनकोट पहन लीजिए और 1 घंटा घूमिए, you will feel uncomfortable. Why? Because due to this reason water vapor will not pass through. I know. So whatever your sweating is there, now it will be accumulated on your skin itself. Another thing, if suppose your yarns in that fabric are now stick together due to this application of wax or rubber solutions अगर हमने उसको लगा दिया या coating अगर हमने लगा दिया, so what happened? Now your fabric will no longer as such flexible as it was previously before applying this coating. तो हम यहाँ पे बोलते हैं टेक्निकल लैंग्वेज में that the coating reduces the ability of fabric to shear and thus to mold to the body contours. मतलब हाथ फोल्ड करते टाइम प्रॉब्लम होगा. अगर समझो आपने उसका शर्ट या कुछ बना दिया तो बॉडी के शेप के साथ में वो बिहेव कंफर्टेबल नहीं होगा. ओके, सो इट विल reduce the ability to shear. मतलब बेंड होने की जो एबिलिटी है, फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी जिसको हम बोलते हैं, कि हमारा जो नॉर्मल शर्ट आसानी से हमारे बॉडी के साथ में कंफर्टेबल होता है, हाथ की गति घुमाने कुछ नहीं लगता, तो दैट विल बी रिड्यूस्ड. ओके, if we are doing this thing, कौन सा? waterproofing by applying the coats. Okay, so there will be no breathing. Then waterproof fabric also have low degree of permanent to air. That is fact कि आपने उसको पूरा ही पैक कर दिया है. An application just we have said where we can apply it, like raincoat is there, tarpaulin is there, tent cloth is there, plastic coated fabric is there, PVC is there. So number of things are there which we can apply this type of fabric, which is called as waterproof fabric. So another type is here now a shower proof. Now what is mean by shower proof? एक तो था waterproof. Waterproof में क्या था कि ऐसा कोटिंग लगा दिया कि if you pour water on it, then it will not allow the water to percolate, drop or pass on. Just it will now slide on the surface. So surface के ऊपर से गिर के चला जाएगा like raincoat. Keep in mind raincoat, ठीक है ना? और rubber coated material. Now another is a shower proof. Now in case of shower proof fabric, you will find that we are not applying this type of solutions, but we are here trying to delay the absorption and penetration of water. Means you will allow it, no doubt, but you will delay it. इसको थोड़ा लेट होना चाहिए, ये हम कर सकते हैं. So in shower proof fabric, the fabric which will delay the absorption and penetration of water, they will come under the category of shower proof fabric. Now how it is possible? Here also you will apply certain solution, but a very thin film of this compound like silicone is applied on the fabric. A very fine or very thin film, एकदम thin film होती है. ज़्यादा लगा दिया तो it will become waterproof. इसलिए एकदम पतला सा, with maximum time silicone is used here. Now this film which you are applying is covered surface of individual fibers. इंडिविजुअल फाइबर्स का सरफेस को ही कवर करेगा एंड thus make the fibers water repellent. Okay, and if suppose we are treating this, you will find that there is a gap now. No doubt, fibers they are become water repellent, but the gap which is in the fabric. Now, why there is a gap in the fabric? Because there is a warp and there is a weft. So no doubt there is a little bit gap between the yarns. है ना? So this gap is still remain as it is. So जो आपने process जो किया, the process of applying the thin film of this silicone, that is called hydrophobic compound, on the fabric surface, it applied in such a way that as it is a very thin film, you will find that it will allow the gap in the fabric view to remain as it is. So we call him here that the fabric view is, the gap in the fabric view is untouched. So due to that, as the gap is still present, so easily the water vapor and the air can be moved out. Means it is now still permeable. The fabric is still permeable. Only what is covered? The surface of your fibers are covered. But the gap between the yarn is still remaining. It is not disturbed. So if there is a gap between the yarns, so easily this water as well as the air as well as the water vapor, not air molecules, but water vapor molecules and air can still be passed there. So due to this, what happened? Handle of your fabric will remain as it is. It will not affect it like it is in the waterproof fabric. Waterproof में क्या था? Handle पूरा खराब हो जाता है क्योंकि वो एकदम थोड़ा stick type का हो चुका है. इसमें waterproof fabric में due to application of coating. But here also you are applying the coating that is very thin film. So the handle of your fabric is not affected on this. Handle of this fabric is not affected. But suppose if the water is made to strike the fabric so heavily and continuously, then there are chances that the water can penetrate the fabric. और बहुत ज़्यादा heavy अगर पानी strike हो रहा है उसके ऊपर, for example, if it is a heavy raining and if we are using this showerproof type of fabric, then there are chances that the water may be forced to penetrate. So, and if you are wearing this type of fabric in a heavy rain, then no doubt when you are moving in a heavy rain, then due to this what we say movement of the fabric, automatically you will find that the gap in the tube will be open, they will be closed. So that means water may get penetrate. But this happen if it is a very heavy rain or if the water are striking at very heavy weight. Okay, तब ये हो सकता है कि गड़बड़ हो जाए, but normal इसमें नहीं होता. Also, to produce this type of waterproof type of fabric, one thing we can do, we can use a yarn as well as a fabric construction, that is API, PPI, so that we will produce a very tight glue, very tight and dense glue. Okay. So if we are using this type of glue, then what happened? The glue is so tight that it will keep the water out. For example, there is one example is there, that is called gabardine. Now this gabardine glue or construction is called, this gabardine glue or construction is such that it is a woven, but it is so tight glue that it will not allow the water to penetrate. And this type of glue, you will find that they will be used in courts. This rubber dam construction are normally used in the courts. जो courts बनाते हैं और courts बनाते हैं उसमें ये construction देखने को मिलता है. It produces shower proof fabric. See here we are not applied anything, but only very close construction of a fabric. Also, if suppose the water is absorbed by this yarn, then there are chances that the yarn again gets swell. Little bit, थोड़ा बहुत absorb कर लिया तो swell होता है. If there is a swelling, then again the gap will be minimized. Means again it will act as a proof fabric. Shower proof हम यहाँ बोल रहे हैं, मतलब पानी को अंदर घुसने नहीं देगा. So that also we can apply in this type of fabrics. So that fabrics are called as shower proof fabrics. So now, till now, what we have studied that there are two categories for water repellency. One is waterproof and another is a showerproof. Now again, if we are studying the this waterproofing, then we have to consider again certain points. Now, one thing is clear when we say water repellent. What it means? It means that you are resisting the absorption, you are resisting penetration of liquid or water for a given period of time. Again, this is depend on how much time or for how much period your fabric is under this water force or force of water. So according to this, three phenomena has been now considered. So water repellent means what? Water penetrate नहीं होना चाहिए, absorb नहीं होना चाहिए, ये तो हमको clear होगा. Okay. Now for how much period it can be allowed to restrict? Now it is totally depend on the length of time you have given to that fabric to be under that particular water or under that water force. ज़्यादा force से अगर water है तो अभी हमने shower proof में बात किया, it is heavy, rain is there, means force of water is more, then water may get penetrate inside. Or if you allow more period, then also water may be penetrate. So ये भी conditions हमको ध्यान में रखना पड़ेगा कि how much length you how much time is given and what is the force of water you are applying. कितने जोर से पानी का force उसके ऊपर apply करते हो और कितना time आप उसको दे रहे हो पानी के नीचे, that is also important. So in this, जैसे हमने बोला कि अगर ऐसा हो रहा है तो तीन फिनोमिना हमको वाटर रिपेलेंट में देखना है. One is called shower resistance, then rain resistance, and third is a storm resistance. Now what is shower resistance means what? Here protection from light rain, but water will penetrate if the rain is heavy after 15 minutes. The second is rain resistance. Protection for few hours in moderate rain. Means कुछ घंटे तक के आपको ये बचा लेगा, पानी अंदर नहीं घुसेगा. So that is called rain resistance. And third category is storm resistance. It will resist water penetration for many hours. बहुत समय के लिए पानी को रोक सकता है या आपको प्रोटेक्ट कर सकता है. So three phenomena of water repellency has been given depending on what? Depending on the time, the length of exposure and the force of water. Now first में देखिए time बहुत कम है, 15 मिनट से भी कम. ठीक है, force of water भी कम है, light rain की हम बात कर रहे हैं. रेन में देखिए हम बोल रहे हैं मॉडरेट रेन, मतलब लाइट ने थोड़ा फोर्स बढ़ा दिया वाटर का. ठीक है, टाइम भी ज्यादा है, few hours. थर्ड केस में देखिए बहुत टाइम के लिए, मतलब फॉर नंबर ऑफ आवर्स, फॉर मेनी आवर्स, फॉर लॉन्ग पीरियड, they are being protected. So these three phenomena have been considered under water repellent. One is shower resistance, another is rain resistance, that is storm resistance. So, what in water repellency we have just discussed about waterproof as well as showerproof. Okay. Now, if you want to measure resistance of fabric to the surface wetting, but not to penetration of water. अगर हमको ऐसा टेस्ट करना है, कैसा टेस्ट? We are measuring resistance of a fabric to surface wetting, and खाली सरफेस वेटिंग हम कितना देर तक रेस्ट्रिक्ट कर सकते हैं वो देख ले। पेनिट्रेशन के बारे में यहाँ पे हम सोच नहीं रहे, तो उसको बोला गया है स्प्रे रेटिंग, दैट विल कम अंडर द स्प्रे रेटिंग। ठीक है ना? So what we are considering here, we are considering that if suppose water is under water, we are trying to measure resistance of fabric to surface wetting. Okay, खाली surface wetting का हम बात कर रहे हैं. Wetting is surface को गीला करना. Penetration की हम यहाँ बात नहीं कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि वो surface गीला होने के कुछ देर बाद में वहाँ से penetrate हो जाएगा. तो that we are not considering. We are only considering that for how much period you will restrict your fabric surface from wetting. Now only that we are try to measure. So actually what we are testing here we are try to test usefulness of the shower proof finishes. तो shower proof finishes में भी क्या हुआ था, पानी को आने में दिया था अंदर. ओके, तो शावर प्रूफ पहले हमने यहाँ पे देखिए, जस्ट सेकंड, शावर प्रूफ की जब हमने बात की तो हम क्या बात कर रहे थे कि कितने देर तक आप उसको रेस्ट्रिक्ट कर सकते हो. पानी सरफेस गीला हो सकता है, ठीक है, लेकिन अगर वही मैं मेजर करूं कि कितने देर तक मैं उसको रेस्ट्रिक्ट कर सकता हूं सरफेस को वेटिंग होने से, तो उसको हम स्प्रे रेटिंग कॉन्सेप्ट है उसके हिसाब से देख सकते हैं. So what we can do, here we can apply some waterproof coating to the inner surface of the material, and a water repellent finishes is applied to the outer surface of the fabric. तो अब इससे होगा क्या, देखिए what happened due to this water repellent finishes मैंने ऊपर लगा दिया. इससे क्या होगा, water will not move inside the fabric, इसके अंदर नहीं आएगा फर्स्ट, so water will not get absorbed. Okay, and इनर साइड में वाटरप्रूफ कोटिंग कर दिया. देखिए कंडीशन इज सिंपल कंडीशन है. फर्स्ट, waterproof coating applied to inner surface of the material, and water repellent finishes is applied to the outer surface. So अगर outer surface पे water repellent finishes if you are applying the water repellent finishes on outer surface, then automatically what will happen? It will stop to absorb water. Okay. अब अगर ऐसा कर दिया in such cases, now what we are measuring here, we are testing that the outer layer of fabric, which is considered as a waterproof, the outer layer which will be considered as a waterproof, but the inner layer here is used for repelling the water. So normally spray rating किसको दिया गया है? स्प्रे रेटिंग में देखिए कॉन्सेप्ट एक ही है कि रेजिस्टेंस ऑफ फैब्रिक टू सरफेस वेटिंग मुझे देखना है, पेनिट्रेशन के बारे में नहीं सोचना है। तो एक हाइपोथेटिकल सिचुएशन मैंने यहाँ पे ले लिया कि वाटरप्रूफ कोटिंग इनर साइड से लगा लो एंड वाटर रिपेलेंट फिनिशेस आउटर साइड. So what happened here? Automatically the absorption of water will be stopped here because from outer side you have applied the water repellent. Okay. अब एक another condition, if suppose you are not applying the water repellent finishes on the outer fabric surface, then what happened? Only you have waterproof coating at the inner side, then the water will be now absorbed by your fabric. If suppose outer surface is not applied water repellent finish to, your fabric will now become waterlogged. Waterlogged मतलब क्या? जैसे थाली के अंदर पानी जमा हो जाता है, वैसे ही same your fabric will become waterlogged. Why? Because from lower side of the fabric you have applied waterproof coating, but on upper side if you are not applying the water repellent finishes, then the water will be held by this fabric and it is not dropping down. Why? Because from lower side you have used waterproof coating. So in such cases we have to test some test we have to use on for water outer layer of fabric which will be considered as a waterproof fabric. तो ऐसे टाइम पे हम कुछ टेस्ट यहाँ पे करेंगे. So what we have to do here, a test we will do on this specimen, like each one is having 180 mm square of area. Each specimen is held at roughly on a circular embroidery disc which is having 150 mm diameter, and this particular embroidery hook or ring, it is mounted 45 degrees to the horizontal. Now I will try to show you the diagram so it will be clear to you. Just wait a second. Not this one. जो हम स्प्रे रेटिंग की बात कर रहे हैं, ठीक है? मैं सॉरी वेटिंग टाइम का हमारा पीपीटी था. ओके, नाउ आई थिंक इट विल बी क्लियर टू यू. Now what we are doing in this test, now see through this diagram, 180 mm का मेरा फैब्रिक है. This 180 mm fabric is now put on a embroidery hook of 150 mm dia, which is mounted 45 degrees to horizontal. Then a funnel is fitted again with a standard nozzle, but this nozzle contains 19 holes of a particular diameter, and it is held at 150 mm above the fabric surface as shown in this figure. Then in that funnel we are pouring 250 ml of distilled water which is having temperature roughly 20 degrees centigrade के आसपास होता है. Now if you pour 250 ml of distilled water here, then it will give you continuous shower onto the fabric. Now what we will do, after the water spray has finished, this 250 ml पानी पूरा चला गया, then the specimen will be removed. It will be then tapped 2 times, मतलब उसको थोड़ा झटका देंगे against some solid object, थोड़ा ऐसा मारेंगे उसको 2 बार, उसको शेक नहीं बोल सकते, but what we say, we can tap twice this specimen, and then the fabric will kept horizontal. थोड़ा सा दो बार ऐसा झटका मार के फिर फैब्रिक को आप हॉरिजॉन्टल कीजिए बिकॉज इट वाज एट 45 डिग्रीज. नाउ दिस प्रोसेस will remove the large drops of water. ये जो हमने टैप किया, due to that large drop of water will be removed. Then the fabric will be now assigned here for spray rating. Either it can be done by using the written grading, or you can compare it with the standard photograph which are available or which are given by the American Association of Textile Chemists and Colorists. हमने ASTM सुना था, ASTM नहीं है, ये AAECC, that is American Association of Textile Chemists and Colorists. So they can use to grade this specimen. Specimen को grade करने के लिए हम इसको use करते हैं. So this is simple experimental setup for spray rating of a fabric. So this just we have to discuss the procedure for this test. That is sample size 180 mm square, then diameter on the embroidery hook or ring on which we have applied this, it is around 150 mm. Okay, so this is the process. Already we have discussed this. Don't go away. I will just give attendance. So roll number 1.
Present, sir.
Roll number 2.
Present, sir.
Roll number 3. Amir. Roll number 3.